Hi, I'm Kat Miller.
I'm Rosina Miller.
Welcome to this very adequate episode of Passionate Living. I'm not allowed to say special
No.
because it's a thing going on with
It is a
Rosina and
thing.
me. I say it every week. She's like, no more special, but it is a really special show.
Okay.
Okay. So why do we have Tiger with us?
Tiger's my cat, and because behind us are tiger lilies. So
There's hair everywhere. There's hair all. Oh, it's like I have a mohair suit on, and you have. Oh my
Yeah.
God, you're completely
he
covered.
doesn't really like being outside, so I think he's shedding, but
It's fair shedding.
maybe.
Oh my God, it looks like you haven't shaved in a week. Okay, so we're ready to start this very adequate episode of Passionate Living
Yes.
today. And in our first segment, we have a 6-generation family business.
Wow.
Now, we're like 2 generations already
We are.
for Passionate Living.
Yeah.
Do you think it'll go another 4 generations?
I mean, he's the third, so.
Oh, all right. Well, we're halfway to the amazing Irr family who we're going to meet and talk with today about how you keep a business going from the time of Lincoln until now. And then what else do we have today, Rosina? Oh, it's just a bug. I know you don't like bugs. Okay, get back here, Rosina. What's our next segment?
And then we welcomed our new intern, Ashley, into Passionate Living. It did not go as smoothly as we hoped,
Well,
but you will see.
not as smoothly as you guys hope
Yes.
because you laid a little bit of work on her, but we'll
a
talk
little
about
bit.
that later. Yeah. And then we're going to learn some sage wisdom from Dr. John Thomas about our health and wellness. He's going to share with us today and how he determines the wellness of a person based on their genetic coding.
Oh, wow.
So like you could take your genome, information from 23andMe or Ancestry.com and send it to him and he can go through it and tell you a lot about your health.
That's really cool.
It is very cool. So again, we have a really wonderful show for you today of Passionate Living, and sit back and enjoy. Hey Patrick!
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. You, Kat?
It's so nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
You're gonna like show me around, take care of all my plumbing needs today.
We're going to try
You
to
got
do the
me?
best we can.
All right. And I want to learn about this amazing company because you are the 6th generation.
Yes.
I don't think there's a company older in Western New York. I mean, this is the time of Lincoln
Yes.
that you guys have
Yes.
been around
1864.
doing. That's extraordinary.
Yeah.
Wow.
Probably back in the 70s or so, when the plumber's only option was to pick a showroom, right?
Oh,
so
okay.
there was no such thing as a home center or
Right.
a Lowe's or Home Depot like we know
Right.
today, or online. So the only way you could get product like faucets and anything
Right.
for your house was to come to a showroom. So we started showrooms back in the early 70s, and we've had them ever since.
Wow. This is so great. I'd be at the sink all day long just putting my hand under and pulling it out. Putting my hand under. Oh, this is so great. Just like these little things. I'm like a
Just
child.
little technology,
This
right?
would entertain me for hours.
Right.
The story for me, beyond the amazing company you have, is the legacy, is the 6 generations thus far, and how old this company is from the time of Lincoln. And I mean that it's still going, and what your father has created is just remarkable.
Well, we've got
I
3
mean-
generations in the business now, and Patrick being the 6th generation, he's taken the reins of the company and doing very well with it,
Right.
and being mentored by his grandfather and myself, and his father. Pat's dad was our former president and
Wow.
did an excellent job with the company for many years, and we're moving on to give him the authority to move forward with the business.
Now, you had the funniest story about your grandpa. Tell me a little.
So my earliest recollections of Irr Supply is my grandfather getting me up after I've stayed overnight at his house
Right.
or something, getting me in a car, we're driving around, and little did I know we were going to Irr Supply locations. But we'd get out of the car and he'd go in, but tell me, just go in that back door there and walk around a bit.
Right.
So 6, 7 years old, I'm walking through warehouses full of product, not knowing where I am, having employees go, can I help you? It's a lost child, right? So,
Oh, that's great.
but yeah, I've been doing it
So
a long time.
he instilled the passion in you to be the 6th generation to
Yeah.
take this on by.
Little did I know the
time
grooming
you
started
were-
then.
That's great. Well, that's there for anybody wanting to start a legacy business.
Yeah,
This is the way to do it.
That's a trick.
Tell me a little bit about your dad. Tell me a little bit about his code of ethics, the way he operates, the way he engages with the community and his employees. Tell me a little bit
The
about
code of ethics are very simple with Mr. Irr. Number one, he always used to say, my word is my bond. I've heard it for as long as I can remember. If I can't be worthy of my word, then I'm not a good businessman.
Getting to talk to your grandfather a little bit, who's amazing, and your Uncle Bill.
Yeah.
I think it's, to me, what is so powerful about the company and meeting you now, which is a chip off the old block, is the actual care that I feel from everyone in your family for the world around them.
Yeah.
For their family, for the customers, for their community. And I mean, the things that your grandfather has done for employees, for
Yeah.
the community, to help so many people. It's not about the money. It isn't about the, let's grow and take over other businesses. This is a family-owned business, 6 generations, that actually cares about people and cares about the community. And that is so rare to find in this day and age.
Yeah, our focus.
That kind of passion.
Yeah, our focus has always been on our employees,
Yeah.
number one, right? They're who make up the company.
Right.
And then, of course, our customer base. We have phenomenal customers. We have relationships with all of our customers, some going back as long as 40 years, right?
Wow.
So we sell to 2nd and 3rd generation plumbers and HVAC contractors
Right.
and everything. In the world of today, having a relationship with your employee is a very important thing, and we've always cherished that, right? We're 150 years old, and you don't get there by not
Right.
taking care of your employees and focusing on them. So
Right.
we've always focused on that. We do care about our employees. We take a lot of time, care, and effort, and as we've grown, it gets more difficult as
Right,
you have more.
right.
But we still do everything we can to make sure we have that connection with our employees, and people feel like they're coming to a place
Right.
in which they want to come to work. They want to wake up in the morning, right? It's not just a job.
That's beautiful. Oh, you have the bidets. That's one
Yes.
of those toilets that, does it lift up when you walk in the room? Those things always freak
Some
me
do.
out a
This
little
one
bit.
might not, but
I'm like,
but
who
some
just
do.
lifted the toilet for me?
But there's not many toilet seats in which you need a control pad just to
I
be able
know,
to use
right?
it, right?
Man, it's like you're on the SS Enterprise
Yeah, right.
while you're sitting in the bathroom. If you were to have a company and you want it to be a success, and you're doing everything right as far as the books, the business, the marketing, building it, what would you tell them is the key to having a company that would last 6 generations?
We deal from integrity and a passion to be the best we can be, not only for ourselves and our employees, but for our customers. The proof of the moment is the customer on the phone or standing in front of you at one of our counters,
Right.
and that's the moment of truth.
Yep.
Can you help that customer?
And that's what
And that
perpetuates you forward.
and that's where the
Yeah,
employee is so important.
exactly.
Is does the customer walk away feeling that they got service and a reasonable response or satisfaction for what their need was?
Beautiful.
Get the customer happy and out the door and get them going.
That's the secret. That's the secret. Right there. Caring. Well, thank you so much,
You're welcome.
Bill. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Now, I don't know if we can get your dad on camera. I might sneak up
Go
on
ask
him.
him.
I might sneak up on him and just give him a hug on camera. And I am going to give you a hug. Thank you.
you?
Great. It's so great to have you here as our new intern at Passionate Living. We
I'm so
love
happy to
it.
be here.
It's great. We have a great team here. You're going to love it. But I'm wondering today, I want you to start out with something easy and we'll break you in bit by bit. These files that we have here from Passionate Living, if you can just go through the videos and see if there's anything we haven't used that we can extract for, you know, a little bit of our social media or something like that. It shouldn't take too long. And then I've told everybody in the office to maybe share some things, small things that you can do for them so that we can keep you busy today and you can kind of get broken in and it'll be not too difficult, hopefully.
Right, yeah, sounds good.
Great. Well, I'm excited to have you here.
I'm happy to be here.
Great. Thanks. All right, guys. We got a new intern today. I gave her something light to do, and I want you guys to break her in, just like I did with you. You know, give her just a little at a time so she's not overwhelmed, and give her just a few light little tasks so she can slowly be integrated into the mix if you could, and just make sure she stays busy today, but we don't want to overwhelm her, all right?
Of course.
Okay.
We'll keep it easy, Kat. Don't worry.
All right, great. Thanks. I know I could trust you guys.
Of course, always.
Yeah, great. All right. Take care.
So is everyone thinking the same thing I'm thinking?
Yeah.
You know, there's a concert happening down the street in a few minutes. We could, I don't want to say push off our work, but
No, it's just sharing, you know.
Sharing
is caring.
just getting her used to the office. We're exposing her to new things. She's going to learn from this.
Yeah, so much.
It only gets easier for me.
Exactly.
It's true.
Exactly.
You know, start off with the big stuff.
I think we deserve a slack, you know?
You know,
Yeah.
I think we need this.
We earned this.
so hard,
We
you
earned
know.
this.
Yeah.
And she just has to earn it.
Alrighty, let's go.
1, 2, 3, ho!
A few moments later.
Hey Ash, how are you adjusting?
Pretty good, yeah.
Good, okay. If you've got a bit of time, I could use some help with some social media stuff.
Totally.
If you could get some posts scheduled for this week, or actually this month. If you could get posts scheduled for this month and also July and August, that would be really great. I've got a lot on my plate right now.
Okay, yeah.
Awesome, great.
Sure.
Thanks so much, Ash. You're awesome.
A few minutes later.
Hey Ashley, it's so great meeting you. You seem to be doing so great. Okay, just a quick couple things. I really have a lot to do today, so I'm gonna need you to do some stuff for Kat. Usually that's my neck of the woods, but I know I can trust you. So what you're gonna need to do is you're gonna go pick up her order at the grocery store, and you have to make sure that it's in all the right bags. There's a specific order to the bags. Once you go to that, you're gonna go to the dry cleaners and then get her dry cleaning. You gotta make sure it has the right number of tags on it because there's a couple different orders, and she needs this specific one with the red tags for today. Then you're gonna come home, and then I just want to make sure this is all done before like 2 p.m. Just, you know, gotta get things done really quick. I'm just so overwhelmed with this other stuff that I really can trust you on this. I know, you just seem like really smart. Yeah, of course. Oh my god, thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Oh my god, I don't know how I'm gonna get all of this done.
12 seconds later.
Ash,
Hey, what's up?
you intern, right?
Yes.
Alright, my name is Rifat, so I'm the main editor for the team. I think I met you before, but here's my real question. What editing software do you use?
I've only ever used Premiere before.
Premiere?
Yeah.
Alright, so we here use DaVinci mainly to edit all the segments. I'll send you some videos, tutorials, and you'll be able to learn DaVinci in like 30 minutes. Since you already know Premiere, trust me, it's easy. And you can get like 2-3 segments done today. I'll send you all the B-roll and A-roll files. Each of them has like 5 hours or 6 hours of footage, so it shouldn't take too long. Cut it down to like 20 minutes first and then 10 minutes and send it over to me. 3 segments should be fine. If more, that's great, you know?
Yeah.
Do you think you can do it?
I can try my hardest.
Then you'll get it done, I know. Alrighty. Bye.
What did I get myself into? If this is day 1?
5 minutes later.
Hi, you're Ashley, right?
Yeah.
It's really nice to meet you. I'm Rosina.
Oh, nice to meet you.
So there are a few chores that the interns usually do.
Okay.
So the first is just making sure that the office is clean in the front hall for when people come in. And then maybe the kitchen, because people use the kitchen. So just dusting and mopping and doing the dishes and putting everything away, cleaning out the fridge.
Okay.
Yeah, and then maybe
All right.
vacuuming and just making sure that my room is clean and my bed is made. Sound good?
When am I supposed to be doing all of this?
Like, you know, now.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Bye.
you.
Much later.
Ashley, well, it's 11 o'clock. Are you still working?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I didn't think it would take you that long.
I mean, I was just getting done everything everybody asked me to do today.
Did they ask you to do a lot?
I mean, just a bit more than I was expecting for my first day, but...
Okay, gee, I'm really sorry it's so late. Hold on one second, you know? If it gets too late, Ashley, here's a blanket, and you can just, you know, curl up on the couch or something when you're done with all of your work.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Ashley, for everything that you're doing.
Yeah, totally.
Well, Ashley seems really like a bright young woman and an amazing new member of the team, but my gosh, it takes her a long time to get just a couple of small items done. Wow.
Many hours later.
Dude,
We messed up.
we messed up
Yeah,
big time.
Okay, well, you know, Refot's not here yet.
What's the problem?
His problem.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it.
I want to introduce an amazing healer, I will say. He's a chiropractor, a naturopathic doctor, functional medicine expert, and a whole bunch of other qualifications, but most importantly, you're brilliant at what you do. I want to share with everybody out there some of the wisdom that you have about how to stay healthy and how to approach healing some long-term chronic issues that they might have, and some hints as to where they could look for, you know, solutions for that. So welcome to the show. I'm so grateful to have you here, Dr. John Thomas.
Thank you very much for having me.
One of the things that you do that fascinates me, that you are really an expert in, is you can take genetic information, for instance, like from a 23andMe or Ancestry.com or whatever, and it gives you indicators towards what's going on in a person's health, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you look at some of those ancestry tests, you know, they're all fun because you got to figure out, okay, where your family comes from. But to determine that, they look at your genes, that kind of gives the classifications to determine that ancestry. But those genes also give us a blueprint to our biochemistry. And what's great about testing like that, or some of the advanced tests that we look at from a genetic standpoint, is we can really customize and individualize, you know, nutritional approaches for chronic health conditions, because those genetic tests, like I said, give us a kind of an A to Z map, or this whole blueprint of biochemistry that can show where maybe somebody has more of a need or a demand for specific vitamins, minerals. Those tests can also sometimes classify maybe what type of diet could be best for an individual as well.
Wow, that's amazing. How did you end up getting into this? This is such a unique focus.
So obviously, when you're working with patients with chronic health issues, you're always educating yourself. You're always digging deeper and deeper. So with the nutritional and functional medicine stuff that I've been doing for years with patients, it kind of evolved into bringing other aspects into it. I had a nutritional rep from one of the supplement companies come in and give me a B vitamin cream that was supposed to support a specific gene into the active form. And so what this cream done is it just gave the body the active form of that vitamin. So started giving it to some patients, but I gave it to my wife as well. And for her, it's like the lights came on. It was like the best she's felt in forever, you know, after our second child. let me check her genetics. So by then giving her that active form of B9, kind of had a huge impact on her. So then it led me down this rabbit hole of saying, okay, I got to explore this genetic stuff a little bit more, to the point where it's evolved that can really, really give a lot of insight to some of the missing pieces of the puzzle of why somebody's suffering.
Are there more doctors using this type of data to treat patients, or is it still pretty much a new frontier?
It's kind of a new frontier, but it is emerging. You have a lot of doctors that from all kind of disciplines, medical doctors, chiropractors that are doing a lot more functional medicine work. And so you're starting to see more and more doctors start to introduce this component into their practice. But then how does the world we live in cope on our biochemistry that kind of creates that perfect storm that then can lead to some of those chronic health concerns and diagnoses and things of that nature.
And I love too that the work that you do is so specific to the person.
Mm-hmm.
You're not just having a patient come in and treating symptoms, and that happens so often. I think that's where medicine has fallen through the cracks, somewhere in the middle, somewhere between home doctor that would come and make the home visits and didn't have access to all the technology and the testing that we do now. And now we've gotten so much in that direction that we've oftentimes forgotten the person.
Because really what it comes down to is quality of life, right? We want everybody to have their optimal expression of life and everything they're trying to get out of it. And the problem is when you don't feel well and you have some of these symptoms that are chronic in nature, it affects quality of life. And what's great about the functional medicine and what I do, especially with the nutrigenomic side of things, we're trying to remove those triggers that are driving in the first place. And we know if we can do that, we're going to manage the symptom component, but also we're going to have better expression and decrease risk factors for things that come down the pipeline later in life, especially from a genetic perspective. It really does individualize things for that person.
It's made a huge difference in my life working with you. It's been amazing. Like I was having gut problems and I was doing probiotics, prebiotics, trying different diets, doing different things. And you were able to find in some tests that unfortunately are paid through, for by insurance, again, because they're natural tests. And
right.
And then looking at my genetic coding and everything else, you were really able to get to the core of what was going on with my gut.
Yeah, and I hear that a lot, and key words that people talk about are long-term issues, or especially if there's like family similarities in terms of certain symptoms, right? That there's stressors where traditional approaches, even functional medicine approaches look at, but when you really kind of bring in that genetic component that can give insight into maybe you're this close, but there's just a couple missing pieces that need to be layered in, and that's where that genetic information gives us.
That's wonderful. That's amazing. Well, thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate you being on the show and everything that you do to help so many people. It's truly amazing.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for joining us today on Passionate Living. And make sure to join us every week on your true hometown station, WBBZ, your MeTV channel, at 8 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays and 11 a.m. on Sundays. You can also join us on our YouTube channel where we live stream every Thursday night at 8 p.m. at Passionate Living TV, and also at our website, passionateliving.com. So Rosina, you're all covered with hair from your little
Cat
experience
yes.
with Tiger for the Tiger Lilies,
yes,
which I really
am.
Appreciate that you thought of that today.
Of course.
Yeah. And we have some outtakes that people are going to enjoy today.
We do. That'll be fun.
Oh,
yeah.
Fun. Incriminating.
Yeah, that's a good word for it.
Well, thank you again for joining us this week, and we look forward to seeing you next week on
Passionate Living.
Say hi to the camera.
Oh. Hi behind the scenes.
1, 2, 3, oh.
I don't get it.
I don't either, I just do it. We might cut that part out, but
Please.
Done. Sorry. And once you get that out of the way today in like 30 minutes, you can get.
Look up at her. You're looking down. And
Hey, Ash. Oh, sorry. You can do it already. Bye.
all right. Do that last part one more time, and
So-
and if you could squat a little, so you're looking up. You're looking up. Yeah, like it hurts. It hurts your face.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know you can. I've seen your video. I'm sorry. Oh. What about your face? I'm sorry.
Oh, we're getting
nice.
her sleeping. We're getting her sleeping.
That way.
That wasn't the
That way.
question.
That way.
This way?
And you're gonna be snoring.
Oh
You're
God.
gonna be snoring.
Why are you smiling?
It's smiling when you snore, Ashley. You gotta like look peaceful, like a little angel.
Sophie, I can still see you. Thanks.
Oh, they're hot. Like, oh, don't be depressed.